Yeah, I've been living with a dog, Ali, here, which means every day when I go to sleep and when I wake up, I am loved. I love this dog a lot, and she gives me back more than she gets. And this means that I can go around the world sharing publicly an example of what it's like to have love and affection in your life. And Ali's great fun because she has her own way of thinking about things that's different from mine. Sometimes when I want to be friendly with all the other people and the dogs, sometimes she growls at other dogs and appears to be vicious. Which may be jealousy of me, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I find that the people that I like in society are those who are looking for love, and they're easy to spot as I walk up the road, uh, because they are pleased to see me, and that makes me pleased to see them pleased to see me. And in this way, we're increasing the amount of love in the world. You see what I mean? Most of my life, I have believed that my best times are still in front of me, and I'm ready to meet people or a person that I'm going to remain friendly with for the rest of my life. I'm going to love them loyally for the rest of my life. Wow, interesting to look back at the story. I had to break away from a very protective family in order to grow up. I had to go into a foreign land, a different culture, and even a different way of speaking English. And overall, love is easier to find in England than in Scotland. Yes, it's true. Pity we get love mixed up with sex, you know. Uh, I'm beginning to think that totally uninhibited sexual freedom is undesirable overall. Probably better to remain a decent citizen, uh, occasionally indulging in carnal lust, and then returning to decency. Yes, overall, at the end of the day, that would probably be better for your love life. Uh, because the kind of love that one is looking for is not jealous. You know, like if a man loves a woman, and the woman loves the man, they should be able to embrace the whole world in this love, yet remaining faithful to each other physically. Yes. Although when I look back at my own experience and the experiences of others, I see that there has always been the problem of finding someone else you love when you've already married and had children with someone else that you believed you loved. Can you stop loving one person? Yes, it's the historical problem. The Roman Catholic Church does not recognize the right to break a marriage vows. But I would argue with the Pope, if God is, why would God make you fall in love with someone else if you had already married the right person in God's eyes? Eh? Yeah, so who's got it right in life? Mr. Average that just quietly goes about doing his job without being noticed, getting paid his moderate amount, living at home with one person and perhaps children. Is that it right? Well, that is a very happy situation to be in if something doesn't knock you out of it. Although it's like a bird's nest in a tree when you think about it, isn't it? It's very exciting bringing up children because they're exposed to all these dangers, but you get the pleasures of introducing them to all the good things in life. But it's always at risk. Yeah. So, my philosophy would reduce things to a simple level. It goes, if your life is based on love, it's all pretty good fun, although there's lots of sad bits and tragedies that you can overcome with love. Yeah, I don't like haters. I can't see why anyone would take an approach to life of mentioning what they don't like. But then again, the National Front, or whatever is the latest name for the right-wing fascist, let's go and kill them mob, uh, that's what they do for a living, hating. I think we should steer away from them. Yeah, it's better in life to steer towards lovers and friends, and haters you should quickly eject from the social group. You know what I mean? I don't like it's doing me head in. Alright, you're free to leave the party and don't come back. Yeah. So, I don't like liars. But then I've seen so much now. It's mind-boggling. It's amazing that just as it's all coming to, it's going to end. You know, I can understand a lot. It means that people that formerly would have really impressed me in life when I was younger, if I was strutting around this locality 10 years ago, people that would have impressed me, that I would have felt I wanted to become associated with, I now see through as fakes and shams and ego-centered, narcissistic artists, and all expression of community interest is fake. These showbiz wannabes have never actually felt community, since community embraces all the people, you know. The community, as a community, needs to say, no, we have no spare change and don't require a big issue and prefer not to have you sitting on the pavement with your alcohol, you see, and then pick up all their litter when they're gone and there won't be more litter. So we don't want a society that supports victims or addicts. It is foolish to run a huge help system for failed human beings that are never going to produce anything of value. In fact, they're going to continue to produce social problems for the rest of their lives. The victims and the addicts. And the welfare state gravy train has to just suddenly stop. Any walking wounded that decide to jump off of the train can get off before the extermination camps. Oh, I can work. Know what I mean? Yeah, I can get a job. Yeah, and those that are genuinely in terrible physical condition, let them die gracefully and swiftly. Ta-ta. It was fun. Let's have an end to it. Yeah? So we don't want to support victims and addicts. So don't. But that means that there are a lot of people at the moment who are making a lot of money out of running help operations, you know, so-called community centre that very few people ever go into, so-called church that owns this housing block, but very little spiritual matter actually occurring within this church. You know, there's so much sham of help organisations, a drugs project that finds a steadily increasing number of addicts for them to counsel unsuccessfully while being paid a higher amount. So all these people that are in the help trade and getting paid for it, they would be equally well disposed of otherwise. Give them all community work that actually helps the community, but let the victims go. You see what I'm saying? For example, there's a multi-million racket here in Bristol alone. Bristol is a small city. So in a large city, this problem is probably even greater and more costly to the state. Now, in Bristol, anybody who gets on the homeless chain, which eventually ends up with a home, but you go through a succession of hostels, then temporary residential accommodation that is not yours to keep. These are provided by housing organisations who are charging £500 a month housing benefit for rent for houses that are only worth about 250. So, millions.
Hi Will, just do room checks. Is everything working okay?
Pardon?
Is everything working okay?
No.
Okay, what's going on?
Maybe it's working at the moment. No, a bit of a panic about moving down into a tiny small room after this.
Okay.
That's a bit scary.
Is that in Jamaica?
Because what's it going to be like?
Okay.
This, I thought this was a bit uncomfortable here. But if it's pause. Gosh, it seems like Ali, my dog, my beautiful black bitch, it seems like she's hurt back leg, because not quite as energetic and excited as usual. Oh well, it means I won't be doing so much strenuous exercise with Ali outdoors as I did in the last few days. I now know why I feel so knackered and why it's so difficult to get up from sleep. Wow, life is great. I'm a really good man, and every day my dog is happy is a good day for me and the whole world. Love yourself. Love all your brothers and sisters. Be aware of the deceit. Don't trust anybody too much. Not even me. Because, man, it's a bumpy ride down the mountain. Boom, 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 boom. But it's fun at the top. Yeah. And all's well that is well. So, sort it now. I can go through a huge range of emotions in a few minutes. And things are better. So it's a tragic comedy of love, life, and war. War. Men make passes at women who laugh. Yeah. Continue with the memoirs. Hopefully, fingers crossed.